My best friend asked me to be her maid of honor. Then I saw what she posted about me in a private Discord. Original post. The dress in the Discord. When my best friend Lila asked me to be her maid of honor, I cried. Like, actual ugly cried. We'd been inseparable since high school. She saw me through my first heartbreak, my parents' divorce, and that weird phase in college where I dyed my hair purple and tried to join a ska band. She was my person. So when she got engaged to Eric, a sweet, quiet guy from her law firm, I was genuinely happy for her. I dove headfirst into planning mode. Pinterest boards, cake tastings, bridesmaid group chats, the works. I bought a $300 dress I couldn't afford just because she wanted everyone in the same champagne shade. I even took a week off work to help her with the venue decorations. That's how much I loved her. Then, I found the Discord server. How I found it? It started with an accident. I was at her apartment, helping her finalize some seating charts. She stepped into the shower, and I realized I'd left my phone charging in the car. Since I'd been logged into my Gmail on her laptop earlier to send a vendor invoice, I opened a tab to send myself a quick file. But when I did, her Discord notifications popped up. It was a server called #Team Lila. Curious, I clicked. What I saw made my stomach drop. The chat, it wasn't just a planning server. It was her and the other bridesmaids. And me. Except, not with me, about me. I swear, if Emma cries one more time, I'm uninviting her. She's acting like she's the one getting married lol. Champagne doesn't look good on her anyway. She's too pale, it washes her out. She's trying to outshine you, Lila. Low-key, I'd demote her. And then, she's so clingy. I only made her mow because she'd freak out otherwise. That one was from Lila. My best friend. The one who called me her sister. I sat there, frozen. Humiliated. Betrayed. Then I started scrolling further back. And that's when it got worse. The lie. 2 months earlier, I'd told Lila something deeply personal. I was going through a rough breakup, my ex cheated, and I blamed myself for not seeing it sooner. Lila had hugged me and said, "You deserve better." He was a coward, but in the Discord chat from that week, she wrote, "Emma's breakup is exhausting. It's like she wants to be a victim. No wonder he left. She's suffocating." My vision blurred. I couldn't believe this was the same person who held me as I cried. Who said she had my back? Who called me family? It was all fake. All of it. The confrontation, not yet. I didn't confront her that night. I closed the laptop, walked out while she was still in the shower. Texted her a vague excuse about a family emergency. She replied with a heart emoji. I stared at it for 10 minutes before deleting our entire chat history. I didn't sleep that night. Or the next. Because the betrayal wasn't just gossip, it was strategic. Mean. Premeditated. And if she only made me maid of honor out of pity, or to keep me controlled during her big moment, what else was she hiding? I decided I wouldn't confront her. Not yet. I'd smile. I'd nod. I'd plan her perfect day. And then I'd give her a moment she'd never forget. Update 1. The Bachelorette bombshell. The Bachelorette weekend was in Palm Springs. Hot, dusty, overpriced, and fake smiles all around. Lila had chosen a pastel pink theme. Everything was branded. Bride Tribe, t-shirts, glitter cups with our names, even custom eye masks for her, girls. I wore mine like a costume. Everyone else, they wore theirs like a badge of rank. None of them knew I'd read the Discord chat. They thought I was still Emma, the clingy best friend. The loyal emotional punching bag. The predictable doormat, and that made it easier to watch them lie to my face. Saturday night, we'd been drinking all day, poolside mimosas, frozen margaritas, cheap wine in the Airbnb kitchen. The girls were loud. Lila was already tipsy, wearing a white sash and glittery tiara like she was royalty. I sat in the corner with a glass of water, waiting. Because I'd prepared something, not a speech, not a scene, a game. "Let's play something fun," I said, standing up. "Lila, you're the bride, you pick, truth or dare." Everyone giggled. She raised an eyebrow and said, "Truth." I smiled. "Okay, what's the meanest thing you've said about someone in this room?" The mood shifted. Fast. Lila hesitated. "What kind of question is that?" "Just a game," I said sweetly. "You said truth." The other girls chuckled nervously. One muttered, "Yikes." Lila laughed it off. "Fine." I said Kayla can't dance. And I meant it. Everyone laughed again. Kayla fake pouted. But I wasn't done. "Kayla, your turn. Truth or dare?" "Truth, I guess." What's the worst thing you've ever said about Lila behind her back? Now it got quiet. Kayla blinked. Wait, what? Oh come on, I said lightly. We've all vented. Just being real. Lila looked suddenly alert. Kayla opened her mouth, then closed it. Okay, wow, she muttered. I mean, yeah, I said you were bossy sometimes. Sorry. Lila forced a smile. It's fine. It wasn't. The game unravels. The next round got worse. A few drinks in, someone admitted Lila had blocked one of the bridesmaids on Instagram for posting an engagement photo that got more likes than hers. Another confessed she hated the bridesmaid dress. It all started spilling out. Then came Brittany, who blurted, "Wait, is this like revenge? You doing this, truth or dare, thing to get back at Lila for the Discord stuff?" Silence. My heart thumped. What? Lila snapped. The what? Someone else asked. The Discord server, Brittany slurred. The Team Lila thing. Emma wasn't supposed to see that, right? Lila's face drained of color. Brittany, shut up. But it was too late. They all turned to me. I took a slow sip of my water. Yeah, I saw it. Lila opened her mouth, but I cut her off. All of it. The stuff about my breakup. The comments about my skin. How I was just your emotional crutch, and how I'd freak out if I wasn't your Mo. I read everything. The room exploded. The fallout begins. Some of the girls started arguing. 2 walked out. Someone knocked over a wine glass. Lila sat on the couch, stunned. I knelt in front of her, lowered my voice, and said, "I gave you every piece of my heart. And you turned me into your project. Your joke. Your pity invite." "I didn't mean it like that," she whispered. "You meant it exactly like that," I said. "And don't worry, I'm not going to ruin your wedding. You'll still have a maid of honor." Then I stood up. But after that, we're done. Update 2. The wedding and the last word. The morning of the wedding was bright and clear. Unfairly beautiful, like the universe was mocking me. I stood beside Lila as her maid of honor. Hair curled, makeup flawless, dress steamed. No one could tell that I hadn't slept. That I'd cried the night before. That I'd spent hours wondering if I should just walk away. But I stayed, not for her, for me, because I wanted the last word. On my terms. The ceremony was outside, under a canopy of flowers and silk. Eric looked calm, like he had no idea what storm had torn through the bachelorette weekend. He was kind, polite, maybe too naive, or maybe just too in love to see it. Lila walked down the aisle glowing. Everyone watched her. No one watched me, and I was okay with that. I held her bouquet. I fluffed her dress. I smiled in every photo. I played the part, until the speech. At the reception, they handed me the mic. Speech time. Someone cheered. Lila looked at me cautiously. She didn't know what I'd say. Here's what I said. "Hi, I'm Emma. I've known Lila since we were teenagers. Back then, she used to bring me snacks when I forgot lunch. She'd text me after my dad's chemo appointments just to check in. She was my rock." I paused. "And then we grew up. And sometimes, when you grow up, you find out that the people who held you together were also the ones quietly pulling the threads loose." The room went still. Lila's smile froze. I was proud to stand beside Lila today. Because weddings are about truth. About love. About honesty. And standing here today, I've learned more about those things in the last 3 days than I have in the last 13 years. Lila, I hope this day is everything you dreamed of. I really do. Because after this, you'll never hear from me again. I set the mic down. And walked away. Aftermath. People were stunned. Some clapped. Some whispered. One bridesmaid mouthed, "Holy sh*t." Lila didn't follow me. She just watched me walk out the front doors of her perfect reception with my head high. That was the last time I saw her in person. Now, it's been 6 months. I've built new friendships. Real ones. The kind where I don't have to prove I'm worth staying for. Lila sent one message a week later. "You ruined my wedding." I never replied, because the truth is, she ruined our friendship a long time ago. I just finally let the mask fall. And in doing so, I finally got to be free. The end.